Alright, welcome back to EmberWard. Last episode we finished off our run doing Just Fire. We ended up losing on the boss battle, unfortunately. However, that's not going to stop me from running some more. So, I think we're going to keep... do we have any other locations? So we got the Bone Desert still that we have to clear. So we'll stay in normal mode, we'll go to the Bone Desert. Let's head to this fire. So first off, we unlocked a new character last episode, which we are definitely going to be using. What's the difference here? Fire starts at 5 extra P. 3 of the black cards in the starting set will have gold runes. That's nice. At the start of each round, 10% of your coins will be saved as interest and carried over to the next level. That's insane. Okay. You start the Golden Roulette Relic. The build cost towers change every time. At the start of each round, tower prices change randomly between 50% and 150% of the original cost. Ah, so the gambling and greed. Okay. Well, I see nothing wrong with running in a normal fire. New character. Let's send it on through. Stop by the academy and see what we're going to start with. Ice, normal, electric, arcane, ice, and arcane. I think we can go with arcane, ice, and arcane here, to be honest. Let's go with that. In each level, the first time your fire source takes damage, freeze all monsters for 5 seconds. All 1x1 towers cost +5, and all larger towers cost -10. Effect does not activate if only 1x1 towers in your level. When a normal type tower is placed next to a tower with other elements, it changes to that element. If there are multiple elements nearby, one is chosen at random. That'd be cool with a very specific run. Adaptive Blueprint. At the end of each turn, discard all block cards in hand and draw the same number of new cards. Interesting. So an additional 20 gold. We'll just take the Adventurer's Legacy. Let's see why not. So we use some Gambler's tokens. Eventually we want to end up at a altar, possibly. So I think going top path here is going to be ideal. That early altar. Alright, time to get started. We got to first off, like always, we want to send them all the same direction if possible. Thinking the best way to do this is going to be sending them down and around, just jumbled in here. So let's get them forced that direction. First thing we're going to do is we are going to immediately start placing like this. Boom. So that'll block that way. This will at least force them to go a little bit further for now. Then we will block this direction. Then we will immediately block this out like this, and this out like this. Now, can we make them both go that direction? I think we can. But they need a way back regardless, so one line is just going to be shorter. Unfortunately. So this one doesn't do damage, so we need something else. We're going to have to do... I think we're going to go with a magic arrow, which is a straight line shooter. Okay. Good to know, good to know. There's no ideal way to make that work. The axe is also kind of a straight line tower. It kind of hurts to put it here, I'm gonna be honest. Let's draw. Get this placed somewhere where it would work in a straight line. This kind of does something for one side. That'll work for now. Place this back here. Place this one up here. Let's send that wave. Oh, that's not good. So this does get blocked. Noted. So that gets blocked. You have to keep that in mind. They're definitely gonna get by, which kind of sucks. Let's get another one of these placed down. That should hopefully negate the one getting by. Nice. And we get our interest, so that's cool. Let's push these. I mean, this best bet, right? Just pushing them this way. Pushing them out this way more. Covering that angle. Let's just increase that fire rate. Send the next wave. Okay, so we need more. We need more. Does kind of suck because our current build is completely based around just use monster speed at 50%, 24. And this would be good to have in an area like this. Slowing them all down. Just increase the range at which it slows them down. Let's keep making these long corridors, ideally. Push it this way. Push that way. And we want to set up long stretches, preferably. So honestly, let's set this up here with this tower going this way. And add some piercing to that guy after our battle starts. And we got a treasure chest. We have range up, armor breaker, frost pulse, a little guy. I like having a little guy. Definitely having to get back into this. It's been a little bit since we've last played this. We've been playing a lot of Nine Kings recently. So I kind of have to get back into the mojo. Alright, let's put this down. Let's keep moving these out as far as we can. This is in no way ideal. But it's something. Something is better than nothing. Ooh, this is not looking good. We are barely getting that in there. We're gonna take some damage. It's okay though, it's okay. We have damage to take. Problem is, we're always gonna have a problem where we're not long enough. We need to make places that work for axes, is the problem. Like this spot. And this spot. And honestly, this spot. One of these over here. Even better over here with maybe the damage upgrade. And then this side needs to be played out more. In a way that's going to be profitable. Let's make something like this. With this after we set the round. Kind of forgot I can't place that yet. Little guys are being dealt with pretty easily. But these big guys are the problem. So much so that I think I'm gonna have to hurry up and get this set up now. Let's get some damage. Let's get this guy. We're going to take this. And then we're going to Frost Pulse and Arcane Blast. I don't think he's going to be dealt with well enough. Let's get this here. Let's extend this out this way. A little guy right here. An axe there. Axe there. Get those damage numbers even higher. And we died. So that's a lot more difficult running arcane stuff, because arcane stuff only does damage, or heightened damage on the first thing it hits. So I think that's just on us picking a bad starting kit. We'll run it again with a better starter. This guy's fine. Normal forge fire. I really want to make arcane work one of these times, but I don't think it's super viable. So let's go with this build. I don't think this is the best, but it might work. At the end of each 5, your tower is randomly transferred to another tower of the same size in your loadout. No. If you do not build a certain type of tower in a round, it costs is reduced by 50%, stacks up to 5 times. Interesting. This is really good. We're going to place some dart towers, get those guys under poison. No necessary choice here, so let's go for Longboy. Okay, so same map as expected. We are going to try to do the same thing. Send these guys this way. Send these guys this way. Send these guys this way. Just keep on pushing them as far out as possible. And then we'll get a little poison dart right here. An arcane axe here. And a drone tower will get placed around... This works. Damage and fire rate plus 15, detection range plus 50, flying speed plus 30. Okay, interesting. I've never seen the drone tower before. So that's an interesting find. Let's draft another card. Like the idea of getting this placed here, another axe right here. Get that back on fast forward, see what we can do. Very interesting tower, okay. I wouldn't be against putting a lot of those down and just seeing them all spread out. It'd be really funny. So let's keep pushing this out. And this out. And then this out. We're gonna need a longer piece for that. I actually need a smaller piece for that now that I think about it. Alright, let's get a drone tower down. Boom. Another one. Boom. Another one. Boom. Boom. And a poison tower. Remember, those poison towers are gonna do a lot because everything that's on everything that's poisoned takes 10% extra damage because of our relic that we got. This little giant lizard fang. So we want to focus that as hard as we can. Alright, we got a treasure chest. We will take... I kind of like the idea of this enlarged. It does have a fire, which isn't really important to us, but it is very, very large. Like, this is huge. That's what she said. But let's be honest, she didn't really say that. Okay, let's put this here. I don't think oh, I do have a way to keep extending this. Okay. Let's keep doing it. In more places for more things isn't a bad thing. Alright, let's place some poison towers over here and over here. Make sure these things are getting poisoned as early as possible. And then let's just drone, 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 drone. Everything. Increase the attack power of fire towers placed on it. No, don't have those. So we're on to the next. These are super cheap, so we'll place some more of them. We are playing a bit spammy right now. And we should really only be spamming when they're cheaper, but I think we're okay. You got a treasure chest? Alright. I like the idea of getting a long guy. Definitely placing it there with one of these on it. Alright, damage plus 1. They do very low damage. Said do. Fire rate increased and damage increase. Protection range and flying speed doesn't really matter, I don't think. So I think we're gonna save and upgrade this round. We can keep pushing it out, I guess. The more outward it goes, the better. Nothing wrong with that. We'll put one of these on here. And here. And we'll get these guys pulled in just like that. Putting another one of those on there. What's on the next wave? The axes are super cheap right now, but I really don't know if they're going to be worth it, so I'm going to ignore them for now. So many things flying around, it's going to get a little confusing. Alright. Not much we can do here anymore, but we're going to keep trying. We're going to do that. Do that. Honestly, the more I can delay these, the better. Just gives me more time to prepare for anything that may come our way. Does not malfunction due to monster environments. Okay, we'll put that as one of these. Keep this moving in. Block that off. Send the next wave. And let's hit these guys with some upgrades. Let's do mostly damage, I think. The drone army. Grab the chest. Critical up. Last 20 seconds. Okay, so that's just a usable. I'm not a big fan of the usable things. They're not bad. But I'd rather just have more blocks. Personally. So I think there's nothing wrong with just continuing to send this out like this. And just make these guys have a harder time than the rest. I don't see anything wrong with doing that. These are electric, so kind of forgot about that. And I think we need to place a bunch of these on all of these because we're going to get more money from that. I think we're just going to send the next wave right away. We'll work on upgrading the drones currently that are being upgraded, are the ones that are actually in the path of both monsters. But everywhere is earning us money. We got a lot of money. Don't think that's going to be a problem for a while. Let's give these guys fire rate and range so that they're affecting more. Alright, let's give them more fire rate and range. Because we always gotta remember that when they're poisoned, we do more damage to them with our other towers. And that's gonna be an easy stage clear. Alright, so we're looking for poison runes aren't bad. It's not insanely good, but we really want attack speed and just explosion runes, damage, attack speed, everything is good. I think we're gonna go with attack speed. The faster those drones shoot, the more damage they're gonna output. Simple as that. Chop Tower. Bites nearby monsters, dealing extra damage equal to 20% of the monster's current health. With each attack up to 50 extra damage. Okay. It is a poison. Oh no, it's a normal. It converts to poison. Okay. Bomb or frost. Frost isn't bad. Slowing them down, I think, is our best bet. Gives our towers more time to damage them. And we do not have a choice here, so let's go straight into the next stage. Alright. This is one that we can easily manipulate. That's good to know. It doesn't look like we can do it all the way around. but we can definitely do it within this inner circle. So let's start with that. First thing we're going to do is this, followed by pushing them up, then immediately pulling them down. I wonder if we can do that with a better piece here. Can. I think this would be better. We can then, we can force them all the way up and around, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I would rather keep them down below, and we'll push them up right around here. That's not bad, not bad. And we'll fix the other spot later. It's not that hard of a fix. Let's push them in here. We'll get a piece for that. I think we can even do this and get one. Easy enough. Push them up. And there we are. So, first things first, of course, poison them at the gate. Honestly, we'll even put one on the money. Then, scatter these for now on the money spots and the faster fire rate and damage, and then send to the next wave. Immediately give this guy his damage and range, or damage and fire rate. This guy's already have 3 fire rate. We can increase that even more. So we'll be at 5. Which is not bad. Increase him. Let's increase him. Alright. Yeah, this is moving back actually now that I see it. And I think that's, oh, it's based on where I place things. So yeah, I could eventually move him all the way around. But I don't think we'll ever actually need to do that. It might be a little overkill to do that. So, instead, we're going to do something like this instead. Boom. 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 And we'll keep on zigzagging them through here. Remember, we also have our ice tower. I almost forgot. Our ice tower would be really good in these spots. Pretty good anywhere, actually. Alright. Let's get, it's a little expensive right now, but let's get a nice tower put down here. Let's honestly just make it do damage and let's send the next wave. Let's get this guy placed down here and upgrade him right away. Increase these guys' fire rates. And let's put another one. Some fire rate and range. There's nothing wrong with these guys doing a lot more at the very beginning. We can even do this. And then just place more. But they're a little expensive right now, so we'll leave it alone. Let's place some more in. Because they're super cheap right now. Can I actually press 1? I can. Can I hold shift? I can. Good to know, good to know. Let's grab this chest. I like having single pieces, so let's grab it. Let's see if our poisons can go on sale. They did not, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, they did. Hell yeah. Let's just place a bunch of poison towers up here. Alright. And then we're going to place boom, boom, right there. Let's increase this guy's damage and fire rate. Let's on the next wave. and will expand as the wave's going. Oh, they are getting far. Alright, so let's press Z real quick. Let's get some of these. Let's place them down near the fire. Let's get that going full speed again. Stage cleared. I'm not against greater range, so we'll go with greater range. I'm not a fan of the scrap. It's not bad. It's not my favorite. The lower the enemy health, the more damage inflicts, up to 300%. That is a lot of damage. Also, the drill tower is really nice, and we kind of already have a good structure. So. A little guy might be nice to grab. Altar would also be nice, though. I think I would prefer a shop over a workshop as well. We'll never see an altar if we don't go for this one. I think that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go for the small. I like having these small little pieces because they allow me to do so much advanced, like, movement. Okay, we're gonna do not sell any towers for 15 embers. That's really easy. Do not build any walls during the battle. Normal type tower place, okay, not really useful. And the missile tower honestly isn't all that useful. Take the embers. Just don't sell anything. That should be pretty easy. I shouldn't have a problem with that. Okay, so we have to deal with healing totems. That being said, they're all at the very beginning, the ones I have to worry about. Which makes me not too worried about. But we do have to push our way out. Okay. First thing I can see is this possible. And then I can immediately see, with some finagling, this can also be possible. And let's put a greater range here. For now. Eventually. I mean, eventually I'm going to want to push these guys this way. So that they meet with here and then they go back around here through here. But I don't think that's possible. That is possible. Okay. So we need to start building out so that we can reach these locations. Let's get this in. Let's get that in. No, we don't want to do that. We want to make sure they're all traveling a far distance. But we will end up doing that, so we can leave that like that. Let's get early poison there, there, and there. And some actual damage dealing right in here. Okay. This is pluggable now. Okay. So that allows us to keep pushing this way. Now, we really want to block this off. And then block this off all the way out if we can. I don't know if it's even possible. Because it seems like this goes infinitely outward, which is a little unfortunate. So I think this is going to be our best bet. We'll see, we'll see. Let's get some towers down. We only have to survive 8 waves, so as long as we can build something that can withstand 8 waves, we'll be okay. These are all facing the same direction. I do have single blocks in my deck now, so we can do that. We have 2 chests here. Let's take this one. And let's take this one. Let's get these explosions in place. Where is this guy going? This guy's going around here now. Very interesting. We might be able to force them all around that way. That may be possible. I also like pushing them into this though. And then just cutting off that one. Which we'll do in a minute. For now, this in. And let's get some towers in. Not the best because running out a little bit, but that's okay. Remember, we cannot sell towers. So wait for this one to gather. Boom. Not bad, not bad, not bad. All right. We can make this work by doing this. It chooses to go that way, which is fine, I guess. I don't think there's any way we're going to be able to make it go around this way. I think that'll always be considered longer. So let's be a little smart with it. What does this do? That way, and that way. Not bad, but that kind of ruins our whole path. So I don't like it. Place this here. And this here. This would go here. This doesn't have a spot for it yet. So we'll send the next wave. We will get these slows in place. Get a bunch of these in place because we can afford a bunch of them. Whenever they're on sale, we're going to place so many of them. I'm not seeing my little guys. I don't know if I never got them. I guess I never got them. I think I get it from this one. I may just be a little bit dumb, but that's okay. That's a good placement for that. Means that this will never be blocked off, actually. It's kinda not okay. Well, at least force them to go a little bit further. That can never be blocked off, unfortunately. Unless we get a small piece out of this, out of some of these, which we did not. So we'll take the 20 coins. Is there any other chests that I missed? I don't believe so. Let's get some poison in here. Get some more over here and over here. As well as over here. Can't go wrong with over here. Send the next whiff. Look at all them drones. They do so little damage, but when there's so much of them. And like I was saying, I don't think there's a way for me to force these guys to move much anymore. I think this guy's always going to have a shorter route, which just is what it is. At this point, we can try to get him to go a little closer. That would make him go the right path. So yeah, let's look at this setup. Let's get these guys all right here. I mean, just upgrades after upgrades after upgrades. Doing that damage. Slowly but surely. Doing the damage. Not against this drone. Drone mixed with having cheaper stuff is actually really nice. We'll take, I guess, this. And take a small piece. Take this big guy and put it somewhere. Don't really know where is best. I didn't get the small guy, unfortunately, because I ran out of room, which really sucks. This will increase my damage, so I'm not going to turn it down. That'll block, that'll block, that'll block. Place it out here, though. Okay, let's get some more of these guys upgraded. Send the next wave. Damage, damage, damage. So many drones, you can't even see the ground. Unfortunately, we didn't get any chests. I don't think we can really afford to place many blocks anywhere. guess I won't turn down more money. Could have placed this here, would have been the same thing. Just place that there, place that there. These guys also upgrade with F, so that's fine. These guys also upgrade with F. Everything here takes the same keybind for upgrades. Let's send the next wave. Come on. There he goes. Stage cleared. We didn't even do what we optimally wanted to. And we got our 15 embers for not selling any towers. We will take it. Earthquake. Attacks on causing brief stun effects. Not bad. Stun wouldn't be horrible. It's a 3x3 though. Other earthquake towers, increasing attack damage for 20% for each other earthquake tower in the field. It's not crazy, and I don't know how big this stun is, or how fast it is. We'll take it to see how it works. I think we'll do one more attack for this episode. So let's see. Mini shop wouldn't be bad. There's no way for us to get to the altar, which is fine. We can choose whichever one we want here. I want to check out the mini shop. And then we'll go to the workshop instead. Do we only have one? One input? One. Interesting. Okay. That should make this very easy. Like that there. This gets plugged by that. This here. Hear me out. This here. And immediately block that off. Okay. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. We do have to block that off first then. Let's actually just draw 5 here. Boom. And we're back at it. Okay. Let's get these guys placed down to start earning me some money. These guys to get some early poison. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Send it. It's a very money-hungry build, and it's kind of fun to play it like it, to be honest. First things first, we're gonna do this. We actually might be able to plug that with a different thing. Hold on. Let's do this. This. This blocking off would ruin that, which is fine. So we can afford to draw. Okay. It's getting a little scary. It's starting to not work in our favor. In the slightest. We want them to go down through here. And around and over. That might not be possible. Just might not be. We do have to keep drawing in order to try to make it possible. Which this seems like it will do. Which is perfect. So we'll do that. Send the next wave. As long as they're going through this mess, we'll be all set. Oh, there's 2 paths now. That's not good. I didn't see that. Nor is it showing that. Uncertain as to why it's not showing that there's another path. Definitely should be showing that. That's not good. That is not good indeed. Guess let's try building this out just to make sure. Make them go as far as possible, at least. We would need a single here. It would line up like this. Oh, those are expensive this time around, so let's get some ice in here. Selling doesn't matter this time around, so let's get one here. Let's send the next wave. Gotta remember we have Earthquake Tower to try out too, if we can afford it. Because I think that was just a fluke, having those few that didn't go. Definitely want a long piece in order to make this work. Put this here for now. See if we can make this work still. Yeah, just keep extending that out, it'll keep on working. We'll just keep extending that out until it works. Send the next wave. And honestly, let's get this one sold and replaced by some ice whenever we can. Right, not bad, not bad, not bad. Prices went in our favor again. So I will not be mad about that. We can then take this. Do that. Uh-oh. I really have to extend this one out this time. We can make that a little complicated up there too, that probably would help. But for now, let's get some more of these in. And then I think we're gonna upgrade. Upgrade. I don't think their speed matters much. Alright. Let's see if we can figure out how to get them going even longer back here. Not thinking so. So let's get some upgrades going. That's on the next wave. So far the drone spam is working. Having these ice towers around helps as well because it makes sure that they're nice and slow. Taking as much damage as we can. And honestly, we're about to sell all of these in replacement for an earthquake tower. I'm curious how this works. We're gonna make this resonate and give more range for future. We'll use that in the future. Obviously can't use it right now. We're gonna try to get another one set up somewhere nice, somewhere useful. Maybe even somewhere like here. This would work great. And then we just make this curl in so that it has to go down this way. We'll fix that later. And then we place another one right here. Boom. Make it resonate. And there you are. Those two are not communicating. They do increased damage. And they're both in decent spots. Let's place some more of these guys around this one so he has some more help. And let's send the next wave. Haven't used the earthquake tower yet, so this will be interesting. Okay, the stun is pretty frequent, and it's very good. Especially when they're slowed. Like, that is a full-on stun. It just stops them completely. So now they're slowed by our ice, which is great. They're stunned by our earthquake, which stops them completely for a couple seconds. And they're taking constant damage from all these flying guys. I mean, it's almost perfect. It's exactly what we want it to be. And what's crazy is I think we can get one set up down here. If done correctly. We can definitely get one put down here. But we would need to drill these 2 blocks. Let's get some upgrades in here. Anyone who isn't. Alright, let's get these guys. Set its power to the maximum, instantly destroy the block beneath it. When a block is destroyed, it leaves a random boost tile in its place. No, we'll just instantly destroy these 2. We will place you there. No, that won't work. Very specific way is going to have to be done. That. And that. Gets us enough for one of these, so we'll have to do it next round. Unfortunately, it's the final wave, but we can still make it work for funsies. We'll do a mid-wave just for the fun of it. That is a stage cleared. Again, I think this is working out great. I mean, the drones flying around like they are, really fast, doing a lot of damage quickly. It's really nice. Let's re-roll these towers. I'm not a big fan. Giant dice tower is not horrible. Fan tower is pretty good. Wind speed effect is reduced by half, but causes chill effect on monsters. Reverse the wind directions. Monsters hit the fan, take 5 times damage from this tower. Damn, okay. So they take 5 damage. And if you boosted it, they take even more. But it does speed them up. Or no, it could pull them back. If you place it in the right spot. Let's go with the fan tower. I think we can make that work in some spots. If you kill a monster affected by chill, it releases frozen energy that spreads the same number of chill stacks to nearby. Wow. I think that's going to be our best. When you discard a card, you randomly gain 1. No, I think Ice Storm is insane here. I'm not a fan of the arcane ones. Because it's only working if it's the first hit. Fires a frozen beam, continuously damages a nearby enemy and applies chill. What do we have? Tower loadout. These guys apply chill, right? Chill reduces the monster speed. Yeah, okay. Let's take poison. Electric tower deals damage to a monster with burn. It extends the burn. When a monster's charge effect is triggered, it also takes electric damage deal equal to the 10% of the current HP. Electric damage accumulates charge on the target based on the damage dealt. Once fully charged, it causes a stun effect. That might be good, because this does that. So let's do Static Shocker. When Electric Tower deals damage, extends the burn duration by 1 second. This effect can be only triggered once per second. When a poison monster takes electric damage, the poison tick rate will be doubled for 3 seconds. Oh, this is insane. We got an insane build going in here. I don't think we need the Frost Ray. Wow, this is an insane build. I mean, there's nothing wrong with continuing. Well, maybe there is something wrong with continuing. We are an hour into the episode, so I think we're going to call it there. Definitely going to be running this again. This is an insane loadout we have here. The most stacked loadout I think we've ever had. So with that being said, let's just do our attainments quickly. We'll do it at the end of the video this time instead of the beginning. Initial health of the fire source is 35. Nah. You can redraw your hand cards once at the start of each level before using any block cards or drawing a card. Interesting. Increased chance to find HP recovery cards and treasure chests. That's okay. When monsters damage the fire source, you receive gold %. Gold dropped upon their death. Okay. There's a chance to sell it at the original price. First reroll in the shop is free. Yeah, it's always good. All towers have a chance to critically hit, dealing an additional 50% damage. Items in the shop will be discounted. Let's take that one. Additional Ember Stones for every 50 remaining gold at the end of the level. With this current run, that's going to be really good. Don't really care about the starting gold because we have a lot of interest, so we'll do the critical damage. We'll head on out. And we will continue next episode with the remainder of the desert and hopefully defeat the boss this time around. We do have some good loadout for it. We'll see how that works. But until then, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.